Don't say those kind of word idiots, those uninformed, whatever they are.
Did you see where they opened that veterans thing, though, where they had the shovel?
Oh, yeah, we were
Everything,
there.
with
We got
Bert?
our picture.
Did you?
Like,
So it's cool to have Bert on, and now it's actually
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
got a good, nice comment from Dan Cowell, who was there. Colwell.
Yeah. We should have him on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we will definitely do that. But now our next guest,
There we go. The next victim, as I like to say.
Mr. Corey Chase, right?
Corey.
Great. I'm just reading a little bit about you. You have a platform from a home service business in Southwest Florida, and the impact of the platform in this industry will be huge. And that's what I want to know about. Is what? Now I remember why this is going to be so cool. And if you haven't read that, he likes to just intuit it and go with it.
I like it.
Well, I think we talked on the phone, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
So
Yeah,
that way you
so
already know.
that's- Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why
so,
I don't talk too much in the back because I like to do it here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he doesn't. I'm not implying that he
amazing
doesn't
what he's
read.
coming in with.
We'll see how I do. Britt was
Well,
a
let's
tough one to
do.
follow.
Yeah. Tell us who you are and what
Yeah.
you do, and I'll tell you why I think it's cool.
Awesome. Yep, my name's Corey Chase. I have a platform called Resident Review, and a little bit about my background. I owned a decorative concrete company for years. And
Corey.
Yep.
Pull that microphone.
How's
There
that?
we go.
There you go. Much
Better.
better.
I can scream too.
Well,
that's
don't
all
be
right.
afraid. Deal tune you down or up, whatever way you got to go.
Just be you.
Yep.
Okay, so owned a home service business for years. Me and my wife ran it in South Carolina, and we sold our business right when COVID ended. So during COVID, everybody was home fixing stuff, so we had a great run. Sold it, moved to Florida. My wife's father had some health issues, so we wanted to be closer to family. But when I owned that business, I kind of saw there's a gap in the industry, right? There was no way for home service businesses to review their customers. There's tons of ways for customers to review businesses, but there was not that like level playing field.
Man,
So
that's huge.
I was
That
like, man,
is.
why is there not a way where if I get a lead that comes in, if I have a customer that calls me, why is there no way for me to know what kind of customer I'm going out to work with? Or, you're a business owner, your biggest asset is your employees, right? Like, I don't know where I'm sending my employees.
Exactly.
Like, what kind of situation I'm sending them into. So I was like, there needs to be something out there for businesses to kind of like KYC, know their customer, do a little bit of risk analysis ahead of time. So that was my goal, like build something that we can use.
And when I was doing my consulting, I used to have the employees evaluate their managers,
Okay.
which they hated because it gives honest feedback. I had it set up so they wouldn't know who was actually putting it in. But that is when I was doing designing many years later. There were about 5 or 6 of us that would get together and say that, like, who's this person? They say, oh, I should have told you not to deal with them. Yeah, you should have.
Right?
I put it out there and I was
we
talking
we
about
live
it.
in a data age, right?
Yeah.
So like having that information ahead of time, like, okay, yeah, I don't want to deal with this person. I know what kind of, or, on the flip side of that too, like this person's a great customer.
Exactly.
This person's awesome to work with. They treat our workers well. Like this is, maybe if you have a business and you're in, let's say Fort Myers, you might be sending crews down to Naples. You might be going up to Sarasota. That's 2 hours one way. If I see that someone's an awesome customer, I'm like, okay, I feel good about this. I feel good about sending my crew. Like they pay their contract. They treat guys well.
Right.
Clean, safe work environment. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is awesome. Now, reviews are polar. It's like really good or really bad. So,
But man, from a business owner standpoint, I wish this was around forever. I mean, I can't. One of the hardest things I had to learn was firing bad customers in this business that I had, and I
Yes.
finally got to the point where I'm like, man, it's the 80-20 rule, right?
Absolutely.
My 20% that are really paying my bills and allowing me to pay my payroll and doing what I'm doing are awesome. But the other percentage is taking all my time. I don't have time to cultivate that one or find more of that 20% to come in. And it's bothering me. And to learn how to fire a client is, as a business owner, became one of the most rewarding things I gave my company.
it's rewarding, but it takes a while for you to get to that point, right?
It does.
Because when you have a business and you're new, you're taking every
Man.
client that comes
You're
your way.
scraping,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so you're like, you don't realize the benefit of being able to choose and pick which clients you work with.
Yeah.
But once you get to that point, you're like, man, if I only knew, how
Yeah.
to say no to
Yeah.
a customer, like that's valuable.
Especially like when someone doesn't pay or they don't pay. I say fair. Everybody has their little district, but there are customers who you do stuff for, and then they just don't want to pay you.
Sure.
They'll make up a complaint.
Or they hold you hostage with that Google review.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to write you a bad
100%.
review if you don't knock $500 off
Yeah.
or something like that. And it's weird. Like you find that people are habits,
yeah.
right? So if like they do it to one business,
Yeah.
gonna
they'll do it to another, and they'll do it to another and do it because there's no repercussion for them.
Yeah.
So like hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we give that mutual accountability. Like
Yeah.
we let people start to treat people better.
It's huge. My son and I have a couple of years ago. We started a home management. Basically, is what home watch, but estate management too. So some of the larger
Great
homes,
place for it down here.
right? So some of the larger homes, you manage their vendors. In other words, the landscaper you're paying. You got a budget. You're doing all that stuff. And for us, I wish, man, 2 years ago we would have had this, because a lot of homeowners, even if they're in condos, and we're just doing a kind of a home watch for them and kind of monitoring if they have windows replaced or something with them and stuff like that, they're more or less hiring the vendors and stuff. And in the beginning, we didn't feel comfortable unless we knew them already. And a lot of the business we dealt with were kids that my son grew up with whose dads own the AC company or
Right.
and it's like third or fourth generation, and we know them all. And I'm like, you're already in. We know you show up. Number
exactly,
one,
right.
that's the biggest thing. And number two, we know your quality of work. And number three, we know what you do. But now that's where you come in, man, because do I want to take somebody I've known for 10 years, coach their kids and done all this, and bring them into a crazy account where they do the work and don't get paid and get harassed and all these things?
Right, you
And
might burn that relationship by
100%. I would.
Absolutely.
I would immediately. They'd be like, Jimbo, what are you dragging me into?
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's for me that date it's powerful, man. It's just, Naples is a quirky little thing, man. People come in, they take money, and they leave. And the sooner you can get that information out about that person or that company in the right format, it has to be a credible format.
And that's kind of one of the reasons we picked this area. So the South Florida in general is a big secondary homeowner market. So
Right.
it's a target-rich environment for us, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot of home service businesses. A lot of people are getting repetitive services like landscaping, pool cleaning, and all that done. But then, all the other home service businesses, it's just, this is a good environment for us to roll a product out and to kind of prove that like what we're building is useful and valuable.
Yeah.
Are there any liabilities in that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
So our first step, right? We went through like 8 months of working with lawyers because there's obviously consumer protection, right? You have to
Right.
protect people. So we baked in all these security features. The whole system's gated. We verify all the businesses. When you're looking up a customer, so they call you, the customer, and they give you their name and address. You need that information to unlock the reviews. So like you can't just go in there and start clicking on your people's houses in your neighborhood and
right,
seeing what the
right,
business
right,
is. You need
exactly.
information to unlock this. So we have security features. All the businesses verify that their actual experiences. We don't want people to go on there and retaliate and write stuff.
Right.
So like we definitely took a lot of precautions building this out.
So let's say that I am a vendor and
Sure.
I want to go in and I give you all my information. Do you encourage them to just sort of write the basic facts like an attorney would, or not get emotive?
Honestly, it's almost looks like I don't want to say like it is, but it's almost like a Google review. So we go in there and we give them 5 different categories. So customer paid contract on time, they give it 1 to 5
Oh,
stars.
yeah. That's what I wondered.
Treats workers with respect, which is a big one.
Huge.
Has a clean, safe work environment, shows up to appointments on time, and follows the contract. And then we have a comment box where they can leave a comment about their experience. And then we started asking other questions like, is this job part of a bigger project? Is it an insurance job? Is it, collecting other data points just for us for kind of
100%.
back end stuff. So we encourage them to be honest and give honest reviews, but also we say stuff like we have some AI attached to it, so no hate speech,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
vulgar or derogatory. Like you can say something bad about the customer. Like you
put
can be
up
honest
like
and
10
be like,
eggplants.
absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, it's not an exact legal form, but we try to keep it more like a social aspect.
But you're monitoring it. If it gets into
Absolutely.
some kind of crazy stuff, you can obviously take it out. You have an AI monitoring. You've
Yeah.
automated that system,
Absolutely.
so your 4-letter words, we'll call them or whatever, and stuff like
It'll
that.
flag it.
It'll
Yeah,
flag
it'll
it.
flag it,
100%,
and I'll have
yeah.
to go in there, or somebody will have to go in there and say,
Right.
"Oh, okay, this isn't too bad. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and let it slide."
Like
or-
they do
or-
on Instagram. You might want to rethink how you worded that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They've
So
never said that to me.
I can't remember when we talked. You rolled this out already, right?
We did. We rolled out about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, how does a business? Because have you marketed it yet? Are you still getting the kinks kind of out of it, or where
It's
is it?
kind of been a process, right? My background coming from owning home service businesses to this, I'm like learning all the things I don't know about
You
about
don't
tech.
know what you
and-
don't know when you're coming
Absolutely.
from
One of
this
my
bit.
favorite expressions: you don't know what you don't know, and you learn it as you go. But
Boy, that's the truth.
it is the truth. We just started doing the meta ads and marketing ads and stuff like that. We brought a CTO on board recently, so that's kind of freed up some of my time and being able to focus on some other stuff. But started focusing in the South Florida on our marketing right now. Word of mouth's been great for us. We've got users in California, in
Wow.
Virginia, South Carolina, where we're from. Just people
Where
we
about
know.
South Carolina?
Like the Hilton Head area, Bluffton, Hilton Head.
Oh, you're down
Oh,
where
you're
the
kidding
the
me.
crust. I'm from Rock Hill. I'm the first bite of the pie,
I
and
know
you're
where
the
you're
crust.
But yeah, I mean, it's been great. So it's a slow process, but I mean, honestly, anytime you have to educate people about a new product, I think it's gonna be slow. You have to set your expectations right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, as a business owner, you're coming in and speaking language they've never heard before.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what?
So we
It's our format.
Yeah.
It's
It's
our
just for us,
platform.
right?
absolutely we went to all the down here we have a lot of the home shows in Florida's a big
yeah,
market
yeah.
for it. So while we were in development and building out the platform, we would go to these home shows and walk around and ask people like, what kind of features would you want in something like this if there was something like this, and they go something like
Oh,
what
man,
and I'd
yeah.
start to explain like the idea of it, and you see their like eyeballs light up and that light bulb goes off and they're like, holy, like this has been needed. Like this
Yeah,
is something that
yeah.
like I would use, and like so the positive feedback
Yeah.
that you get from all the business owners and educating them, and they're like, oh great, this is
Yeah.
Or it's funny, we get this. Oh, me and my business partner talked about this forever. We've always wanted to do something like this. I
Yeah.
probably have dozens of people that said, "Oh, I always wanted to build something like this."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude. When we were
That's-
talking over the phone and you were explaining it to me, I mean, immediately my bam, a light bulb went off, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah, I hope that happens everywhere.
It's
I hope everyone starts to-
as a business, especially in the service industry, if you're not taking advantage of this kind of information, you are everything else. Why not this?
Exactly.
What your metrics show up, your data on advertising. How's your social media doing? How's this? You're moving with all those data points already.
Yep.
This is another into your thing, because man, imagine how much money you can save by vetting through customers that aren't going to pay their bill or are going to cause a problem for you in the end.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of businesses, like if they have a customer call them, I know we did this. You might do a Google search. You might go on and look at an overhead view of the house to see what kind of property
Right.
it is and how the access is to the
Exactly.
property. You might do some things like that to kind of pre-qualify
Yeah.
the customer, but now it's kind of all in one place. It's
Yeah.
an easy access. We provide all the
Yeah.
data.
You
for
provide
you.
all that on that
Absolutely.
site. Oh,
Yeah,
very nice.
absolutely.
Yeah, because man, there's been some homeowners where, there's homeowners we've never seen. They live in Canada, they live in Europe, they live somewhere else. They pay their bill, but we've never seen them. But there's been a few of them where, man, look, man, you're already getting a cut deal.
Oh, I know.
And
I feel
wait
your
a minute,
pain.
what do you no? And when you finally shed that skin, and I'm like, man, somebody should know, because the next guy in here is
Yeah.
going to
Oh
get it.
yes. Oh yeah. That's
Maybe they're just going to
definitely.
take it for a long time. I don't know, but when you're losing money every month on one lady, it's like, what?
Yeah, and for a busy business, maybe one or two of those doesn't hurt you. But think about the guy who's, chucking a truck, or maybe him and his son working.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
one customer doesn't pay a bill.
No.
that could be detrimental, right?
It-
That could hurt
Absolutely.
your business. That
It
could hurt
slows you down.
Absolutely.
It puts you in a cash poor situation where you're not able to strategically follow your plan and move, and you're having to say, we still got to spend time, but we got to replace that revenue and
good luck,
all those.
good luck going after them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a business owner in the home service industry trying to go
It's
after
over.
a customer for not paying you,
Yeah.
you might as well just wash that away.
You sure can.
Because trying to do the whole lien and
The
court,
lien and
it's,
then put
it's
that in there.
pointless.
It
I
is.
did it many times and nothing ever comes out of it.
No.
You just throw more wasted money after bad money, and
Yeah.
it's just it's
9 times out of 10, they're crash and burning anyway. When they
Absolutely.
file bankruptcy, you're done, and that takes care of pretty much of everything.
Wow.
In the state of Florida, yeah.
Have you had customers that your vendors had written about that want to get on your system? I know it's still been kind of young, but is that how is that dealt with?
No, that's a great question. It is young, but part of I guess the legal framework is that if a customer wanted to say, hey, I don't want people reviewing me, we have to give them that option. So we haven't ran into a situation where homeowners come on and said, hey, you know, what's being said, because right now it's a B2B. So there's only businesses that have
Business
access.
to business, right?
Yeah. So there's no homeowners don't have access. And I think right now the businesses feel more comfortable because they're able to leave honest reviews and honest opinions, and they know it's just for other businesses.
I would leave it that way.
Absolutely.
I would
Yeah,
not.
I
I
would.
would not let Crazy Karen in. And
But what
just
if what if Crazy Karen demanded to be in there because she heard her?
She couldn't demand to be
Yeah.
in, but she could demand to say, hey, I don't want people leaving me a review, which is fine. I guess if that's what you want. We have people who are homeowners that are like, hey, do you have something where I can ask the guys coming to my house to leave reviews? So I guess there's two sides of that coin, because, homeowners want, if you're a good person, you're a good homeowner and you treat people well, I feel like you should encourage the guys that are coming to your house to leave your review so everyone
Yeah.
else knows that you're a great customer.
Oh, sure.
100%.
I mean,
Okay,
kind of
well, that makes sense.
promote
So they
the
could do
positive
that.
side of it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But a
So-
consumer would have to ask to make sure you give me a good review.
It's like
It
business
really is
asking for
a
Google
paradigm
review,
shift,
right?
a 180.
Yeah. So how do we help you get this word out and everything? Because, man, this needs to be on a fire. This needs to be out there in the marketplace. I think every business would jump on this. I really do.
It's
How do people get involved with you, I guess, is
I
the
mean,
first one.
obviously, all the socials, our platform is Resident Review. So, www.resident-rev is the URL for it. But go on the platform, sign up. If you're listening to this, use the promo code 239live. We'll give you 30 days access as a promo for this. But
Beautiful.
Go on. If you're military, first responder, we give discounts for life. A lot of guys transition from military into home service businesses. A lot of first responders do it, moonlighting or
Yeah.
transition into that kind of
Yeah, you
work.
got to have that handy.
Dude, you
work
just
kind of
hit the
stuff.
nail on the head. My son just came out of the fire academy. He has a service business for homes, and that's why
Absolutely.
we did it. The plan was, this would be your side gig. And
And I mean, honestly, we love to support guys like that. So,
Yeah.
anything we can do to get them on there and,
Yeah.
and help them protect their business
Yeah.
is great for us. But go onto the platform, go onto any of our socials and just, man,
I'm
try
looking
it
at your
out.
page right now.
App is coming soon.
The app is coming soon.
Nice.
Man, these apps, do all these apps share everybody's information across their platform? When I think about,
It depends on
I don't
It
don't
depends.
review them. I don't
Yeah.
read what they have to say, and that
Yeah.
really is not necessarily.
well, you can manage your cookies, as they say. You know what I mean? So you got to, yeah. And there's a friend of mine I grew up with. I shouldn't say his name, but he founded Website Story and a couple other larger,
Website story.
yeah, and a couple of larger technical companies took them public, and they were the ones that kind of generated that robot thing that goes out and starts pulling information out, so they could sell their platform and their data-driven information to bigger people.
Gotcha.
And they go up to New York, and man, CBS would love to have that more information. This would love to have that information.
get
and
pinged
Dick's
all the
Sporting
time
Goods
for
would
that.
love to have that. Yeah.
We're already getting pinged by
Yeah.
people going, your data, and
It's
I'm
value,
like, I'm
man.
like, look, we're new, let's
Yeah.
just let me get my legs underneath of me first.
Yeah, yeah. That's that I do concert promoter as well. When I collab with people, I'm always looking. What's their database look like? What's their mailing list? What
Yeah.
can we? where can we take advantage of that if we're going to do this collab? And so now we have a direct marketing piece that can go to that and stuff, because that is value.
Absolutely.
You know, and the more events that we do, the more we gain. And now we're starting to see, man, there's value in that that list.
Well, I can verify what you guys were saying before we came on. When I walked in the door, this place is impressive. I mean, you guys were talking about how nice the studio was, and it definitely is.
And how good the coffee is.
Oh, I missed out on the coffee.
Oh, darn. I have to get you a cup. It really is good. It smells wonderful.
We stole Kevin's coffee maker from his house is what we did.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
oh, well, he shouldn't have one so fancy at home.
That's what I said. You're denying us all the goods.
Kevin is really good about that. As a matter of fact, you see my new cup I got
I like
this
that.
morning? Isn't that cool? 239 Live Morning Show. I like to sip on stuff, and there you go. So I have my sipper, and he has his new shirt.
But you know, man, it's thank you for saying that, because it's something.
Appreciate it.
Man, I love doing this show with Lois, with Kristen, and we go on sites and stuff like that. I think they're at John Huffman's event right now. But
is that this morning?
Yeah, that's there in Vineyards. But man, that's what we're about. It's what we're about. We're about you. We're about our first guest, and we're about the last guest, and all that, and people who are doing cool stuff, and local, and building businesses, and doing something in the community, and things like that. This is what 239 Live is all about in my book, and I think we all speak the same language. And when we create something like this, it's for that entrepreneur that needs to have that next level of, they can come in and shoot their own stuff, and that's what's resonating online right now. And so you kind of ride that wave a little bit, where businesses can come in and professionally have their stuff edited and cut down and things like that, and it helps, and so if you,
I'll definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like it.
It's a no-brainer, and it's professionally done, it's professionally edited. We talked about it, man, on the phone and stuff and everything. But as entrepreneurs and small business people, it's a valuable tool, and it's something you can use and utilize. And the way we do it, it gets you a lot of traction online and things like that. But man, we're going to have as a matter of fact, and I'm just kind of putting the date together. I'll let you know about it. But we're going to do like an open house networking event to show off our new studio for businesses and stuff. I need to let you. I need to let you know. Yeah, you got to be here for that, man. I mean, you're always welcome. Come in anytime you want to, actually. But I would love to have you there, because I think with all the business owners that'll be there,
that would be a good connection.
That's a great connection, and again, that's what we're going to keep. Man, any of our events that we go to that are connecting events, which we're about to have a lot of them, always come, man. That's something that we want you at. But I'm just amazed that this doesn't exist already, to be honest with you.
I am too.
Well,
and it's something that
on private, sort of private little groups, I think, because I think the liability was always the kind of a concern.
I mean,
you've taken it.
You have you're right. You have like your Facebook groups or stuff like that, where people might, put something. I've seen them like, hey, this customer might like this, or put a post about something, but nothing kind of centralized where everybody can go on and just look up their customers.
So.
And I just think it's a great thing. I think it's a great for anything within organizations
it's a phenomenal thing
to do
for
your
businesses.
Managers. Yeah. If they won't listen, after we just saw what happened in Minnesota, Minneapolis, and people do complain and nothing gets done about it. That's always great to have a little sidebar place to let people know.
So I'm a business owner. I'm in Naples. I just heard this show.
What the heck is this?
How do I get a hold of you? Is it just your platform to come into?
The platform. My email is CoreyChase@resident-rev. You can reach out to me directly. Go on the platform. We have socials on every platform there is, so you can go on there and request to talk to us. All of the above.
Yeah. So I encourage all the people we've had on, all the business owners I know, dude. This is very valuable for your business.
You said resident.rev. I was thinking like the Reverend.
-rev, right?
Do you know what I call these?
What?
I call these Jim Jesus.
Jim Jesus?
Yeah, do you know why? Of course not.
Jim Morrison.
No. That would be the reason.
That's what?
Looks like Jim Morrison.
No, so at my gym in the morning, there's somebody, and I don't know who it is, but they leave these on all the machines. So like I'll be in there randomly working out, and I'll look up, and there'll be like a little Gym Jesus staring
Like,
at me.
don't you cheat on your reps.
Okay, Jim.
Gym Jesus,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I've got like 20 of these in my gym bag.
Oh, good
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Well, then I'll take it back.
Yeah. Those are like the ducks for the
But Jeeps.
the Jeeps, yeah.
I
Which-
used to keep them at my front door, but then I saw somebody reaching and going to put it in their mouth, and I'm like,
You're like, it is not.
it's not candy. And what did you have to drink before you left? My
yeah.
God,
They
that was
really needed some saving if
Yeah.
they're doing that.
Lord, yeah. Have mercy. on
that or
so
one-way ticket to
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that Rev.
yeah.
So what's your website again?
Resident-rev.com.
Resident
Rev, the dash.
That's
Resident
right.
Review,
I
dash
know
rev.
that's
Yeah.
what I was, but my mind goes off in 1,000 tangents. So, well, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
we're gonna have you
being
back
here.
on, brother. And
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
make sure that I stay in contact with you.
Yep, I'd love to check in
On
a
that.
year
Yeah.
and see how things are going.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
we'll
it'll
have
be
you
earlier
back for
than
that.
a year for the
Absolutely.
open house. We'll
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
you
yeah.
back, and just
For
if
sure.
you're all around, it's always a good place to stop in and say hey.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Corey,
All
thank
right,
you so
thank you
much.
so
man.
much.